Hello YouTube, my name is Frog. Welcome to my channel, Frogs. Welcome. Um, Today we're going to be talking about a pretty serious topic, and I just really want to clarify before anything. I did not intend for this to be my first video, but seeing the recent allegations and evidence that came out against Mizkif yesterday has just kind of really set me over the edge, and I just really wanted to talk about it. And that's why I'm recording on my phone and not my computer that has yet to come in that I wanted to make my first video on. But Mizkif. So, um, I just want to clarify. I watched Emiru's entire stream off of Asmongold's reaction on YouTube. I watched the entire hour and a half of it and his response afterwards. And then this morning I watched Mizkif's response to the stream from Emiru this morning off of XQC's reaction. Now, not impressed with Mizkif's response at all. I mean, Emiru literally. This girl was literally talking about how this man would mentally abuse and control her in multiple ways, and I mean, dude, I'm gonna just start it off already. Talking to you, Mizkif, you directly, even though you're probably never gonna see this video, but you're the one that took Emiru in to your streaming house. You're the one that saw this girl who was genuinely like scared that she had stalkers living on her own as she was succeeding in streaming. You took her in to collab, and obviously he he told his story about how they got together. She told her story about how they got together. Y'all can put both sides together and make it up as you will, but it just seems like through Emiru's side of the story that she genuinely saw this guy as like a good person and like just at first a friend and then a partner. He literally goes out and says, "Yeah, I wanted to get her on and like, make her feel safe, and we could view farm and we could like make content together." And then eventually we started to get a connection, and then we were dating people at the time, like when we started to catch feelings, we like, she was dating Bonnie and I was dating Maya, so we couldn't do anything. But we don't need to hear the whole like life story, bro, because that's not what the topic is about. The topic is about how you eventually let your envy get the better of you over your own girlfriend because she got like more. First off, because she was a better tank than you in World of Warcraft. That's just like an L. Um, get good. You'll if you're gonna get mad at your significant other because they play a better role than you in the game, that should have been it right there. But understandably, it's never that simple. Again, I don't know a lick about these two at all, really. I don't know them personally. I've watched like two clips of Mizkif, and I have a fair share of, like, what was it, I really don't want to name the podcast or show and butcher it. The the little show with Tectone, Emiru, and Asmongold, where it's those three. I loved that. I loved seeing that, and then eventually I'd see like clips of Emiru, um, from her like stream react channels and shit. Whoops, demonetized. Just kidding. Probably gonna get like 5 viewers anyways, but it's okay. I just genuinely wanted to make this video because it's like got me that bad. Yeah, it's just like he's not a good person. You, you literally let envy get the better of you over a game role, and then let's talk about the Rust stream, because that was interesting, right? That was really interesting to get like the full context of why Emiru was literally jumping every time there was a in the background. We all know now. It's because Mizkif was throwing a little, like a literal temper tantrum because Emiru had more views than him. And that set him over the edge to literally break a door. A door. In the middle of Emiru's stream, she had to get up, lie to her audience, say, "Oh, I have to use the bathroom," and baby this man, check on him, be like, "Are you good? Are you okay? Like, are you fine?" Just for him to, you know, allegedly be like, "I hate all of you. You guys only want to see me fail. You guys are doing this on purpose," as they're literally having fun playing Rust. They're just trying to have fun and play Rust, dude. Not everything is a measuring contest. But with you, it seems to have to be, because yours always ends up being so short. But if you wear your insecurities like that, it doesn't make you look better, it just makes you look like a manlet. Which you are. You're a buff little manlet. With a perm. Not a good look. And I know I am not the picture of perfect, but at least I'm not looking like you, brother. That's all I can say. That's all I can say. Anyways, yeah, just not a good guy. He's awful. He literally he would control what Emiru wore. So, like, her, like, obviously we've all seen her wearing just, like, her literal pajama pants in all of, like, her VODs or, like, shorts, like, like, YouTube shorts and stuff. And apparently this was, like, an issue to Mizkif, where he would say, stop wearing pajama pants and, like, tank tops. You look like a child. Like, stop acting like that. Like, you're not a child. So, one, it's weird that you're viewing her like that. That's on you, buddy. That's kind of a you thing. I never thought of it like that. And I kind of just got, like, creeped out hearing you admit that that's what you thought it was, or what you viewed it as. So that's you. And yeah, so he didn't like what she would wear. He would literally control when she could post her content so that it wouldn't interfere with his content and his views, because every time that they would post content close together, she would literally completely outshine him. Isn't that funny? Anyways, like I live. Yeah, sorry for my chicken scratch. I'm not a good writer. Good typer though. The receipts, the comparison of like Mizkif's receipts of like pictures of like the bunnies, Emiru's old bunnies, like cages filled with like mites and poop, and then like that one screenshot of her texting him out of fear, basically being like, "I'm gonna ride the sewer slide because there's a guy with a gun or something around and you're not responding to me. I'm like, I feel alone." Admittedly, yes, he was like taking care of it in that moment, but he's like using that as like a leverage to make her look crazy. When her receipts are literally covering her entire screen and it's on different apps 40 times, by mind you, 40 times he tried to get in contact with this girl. Um, and some of these texts are just like actually repulsive. Just him trying to be like, I think it's actually better for us as a business strategy for us and our friends if we start to talk again. Excuse you, like why are you now bringing like friends into your ex's, like your relationship drama with your ex? That's just so disturbing. The thing about him at Emiru's birthday party, or no, not Emiru's. It was at like a party that Emiru and Mizkif ended up being at the same time. After the breakup and all that, after all the drama happened and they separated. Apparently, Mizkif was like with one of his friends talking about how he wanted to snoop around and see what Emiru was doing, because apparently, like she was in a room upstairs with another guy, which she was, none of his business. Apparently, he went up there and was like, oh, allegedly opening every door until he finally found Emiru and the guy, and he was just like, opened it, was like, oh, and then closed it. I keep on saying the guy. I know he was named. I think I apologize. I forget who he was. I don't think it was that like relevant to the story. Maybe it was, and if it was, I deeply, deeply, deeply apologize. My brain is just scattered right now with everything. Um, yeah. So compare those two receipts. Compare Emiru's receipts to Mizkif's receipts, and you're gonna see a glaring difference. Yeah. The fact that Asmongold, on top of that, um, had to like call Mizkif during one of his streams to basically tell him stop talking about Emiru's personal life. She didn't give you permission to talk about that yet, or at all, and he ignored it, or whoever like the phone was around ignored the call, and he still was talking about it. Not cool. Not a good guy. Not a good guy. It seems like anytime he thinks he's in like any type of tight spot, he immediately tries to look for anything he can hold over someone's head and just like, but I have it, but I have this. You better not talk about me because I have this. Do you know how like weak that makes you look? Manlit. Sorry, but like you look like one and you act like one. But this is like like this topic that I'm about to talk about right now is super controversial, so I'm gonna try to keep it like tight-lipped and try not to mess anything up. Um, I don't recall why she was upset, but Emiru was upset, and I forget if it was at her place or his place, but it was when they were separated. She was crying and he went in to like hug her and hold her, and she admitted that she let it happen because she was looking for comfort in the moment. She was in a vulnerable state of mind. She literally needed comfort. We've all, not all of us, but some of us have been there with exes where we get vulnerable sometimes and we forget things. But again, I don't know them. I'm not going to act like I do. Besides that, I think started to like kiss the side of her head or something, which she admitted that she let like slide, and then he started to reach down her pants, and that's when she like screamed, and instead of making sure she was okay and apologizing and being like I'm sorry, I shouldn't have done that, are you okay, he jumped off of her immediately and was just like, I feel weird, I feel like I did something wrong, I'm gonna go, and left while she was still crying on the couch or wherever it happened, just crying there, upset, alone, vulnerable. And now I don't want to say the word, abused, but if anything, it comes very close to it. And just from a viewer's perspective, as a wallflower who's had similar things happen to them, it's not fun. It sucks. So to have that happen while you're already in a vulnerable state and looking for comfort is probably like horrific. And I only pray that she has found some type of peace after being away from that man and being with such amazing people like Bonnie and Cinna. I'm genuinely so happy to see like YouTube shorts of those three just having the time of their lives together. Even like extra Emily in there having fun with them. Just it's just nice to see Emiru with like actual good people. Because Mizkif even dissed on Extra Emily one time on like a collab stream that Tectone was in. He started like dogging on Extra Emily's like fate or something like that. And Tectone literally put him in his place, like the big brother that he is, the big dog in the house that he is. He put little Mizkif in his place. He put that collar back on and said, "You sit and you stay." And as far as I remember, I think he sat and he stayed. Maybe. It's just like Mizkif, you're not Jay Schlatt. Like shut up. Like you're not him. You're not that guy. You know, where like people will be like, whatever. It was funny. You're just like an insecure little man, and when you start to dog on other people like that, it just shows you're insecure. It's not funny. You're just annoying. And then the allegation of him, if any of this ever came out, to end off this video, the allegation of him basically threatening to lie and say that Emiru killed 3 of her rabbits as retaliation for her outing him for all the things that he's done to her, and trying to get people on board with it. Doesn't seem like a good guy. You're not a good guy, Mizkif. To like the 5 people that watch this, thank you for spending your time listening to me rant. Yeah. This has been my first video. Emiru, I wish nothing but the best for you. I wish nothing but happy peace and good future for you, and just great friends. Just good karma. That's what I hope for you. For Mizkif, I just hope that you learn. I just hope that you learn from this, buddy, because maybe this isn't it. Like, you admitted that you have an envy problem. Maybe this gig just isn't it for you, man. Maybe it's time to pack it up. And this is coming from like a viewer's perspective, a literal wallflower. I put the fries in the bag, bruh. Talk to y'all later.